You're listening to an Ancient Wisdom Hacks production, The Iliad for Entrepreneurs by Arthur Isidore. Chapter 3, Reading the Omens, Deciding with Incomplete Data. When plague rips through the Achaean camp, bodies burn on driftwood pyres and arrows of Apollo fall as night over the ranks. Panic spreads faster than disease until Calchas, the clearest seer, stands before assembly with staff in hand. He cannot see the full divine calculus, only tremors in memory and patterns in smoke. Yet he dares to name Agamemnon's sacrilege, demanding protection before revealing that only returning Chryseis and offerings will halt the plague. Homer shows Calchas not as mystical inevitability, but as one voice amid doubt and scorn. Agamemnon rails against prophet of evil while some listeners cling to any theory in a fog of dying men. Soon scouts and gut instinct overtake entrails. Dust clouds, shield breaks, and spear angles guide battlefield moves. Even gods revise plans mid-air, Hera deceiving Zeus, Poseidon lending covert aid. The epic becomes a symphony of partial insight, each hero betting on shards of knowledge and learning by consequence. Startups live in that same vortex. Customer numbers spike without clear cause. Servers buckle under models that passed in staging. A tweet sparks a midnight PR crisis. The modern temptation is to hire a market research firm or chase a guru's forecast hoping for certainty. Sometimes the seer proves right. More often, a signal remains conditional. Every omen must be held loosely as a compass, not a commandment. Calchas offers a map through plague, but not a promise of Trojan collapse. His reading prompts debate, negotiation, scenario planning. Success still hinges on Agamemnon's concession, Achilles' temper, and Odysseus' finesse. So too financial projections, funnel curves, and velocity charts encode assumptions. They inspire and warn, yet never erase context. When a competitor undercuts pricing and churn doubles, the model flagged growth potential but did not lock destiny. Leaders must adapt before the cancellations become a cash flow scourge. To build that muscle, gather a rotating pair each month to attack your most fragile assumption. Let them dig into data, user feedback, and external benchmarks. Then present worst-case narratives. The debate that follows must yield a mitigation plan or clear rationale for inaction. When skepticism becomes habit, you inoculate culture against certainty fever and make humility routine. Alongside that ritual, weave confidence tags into every dashboard metric. Label projections and uptime figures with qualitative markers or rough percentages of certainty. When numbers appear with faded opacity or an asterisk, executives learn to question before kneeling. Begin each review by noting which metrics gained faith and which grew dubious. Then surface action items born of uncertainty. Keep a living log of every bet, result, and lesson learned. Capture hypothesis, intervention, outcome, and insight in bullet-light prose. Let owners confess miscalculations in first person. I underestimated onboarding friction, so compassion anchors shared memory. Review that log quarterly to celebrate wins and mine misses for guideposts. Over time, it becomes an oracle more precise than any hired consultant, steeped in your own context and scar tissue. Bind these practices into daily flow. In stand-ups, nominate your next assumption drill, state updates with confidence tags, and log new experiments immediately. In larger gatherings, let the most instructive omen reading become quick storytelling rather than slides. At offsites, audit the log for patterns, retire stable assumptions, and flag fresh unknowns. When teammates share legendary foresight moments, company lore grows richer than any epic. Homer warns through Zeus's false dream to Agamemnon and Patroclus' costly overreach that unvetted hunches and unchecked momentum carry peril. He dramatizes the Trojan horse as a caution against adversarial signals. By invoking these set pieces in workshops, teams learn every data point lives within context, and every omen may mask a hidden betrayal. In war as in entrepreneurship, omniscience is fantasy. Foresight is a torch in wind, flickering, partial, precious. Heed omens, doubt them, act swiftly, and learn by doing. Forecasts become scaffolding, agility the living structure. Let every unexpected metric spike or user rant call you to weigh it, tag its certainty, log the bet, and move. Repeat until your company's tale sings not of perfect knowledge, but of relentless adaptation in the face of divine uncertainty. Ancient Wisdom Hacks is a Gorilla Mongoose Studios project. For more in-depth hacks, go to ancientwisdomhacks.com.